Okay. Okay.
Okay.
We're going to process this is these activities was the were the where the warm up and the tongue twister. It's a good meaning to it's a good way to start with the next activities. Uh, Now we are going to pass with other activities. As I told you when I was when we was were playing uh, the um, the game, the book game. I remember that I told you more about the activities that we will do in this day. Uh, we are going to describe the picture with the more details possible. Um, we are going to try to describe everything. We are going to describe a possible situation, the another possible that you watch in 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 whole image. I'm going to try to do it because it's important to improve the ability to speak English, no? And it's a this is a activity uh, to improve that situation. Okay, we're going to start. I'm going to try to describe this picture with the more detail possible. Um, and after this, obviously, you are going to describe the same picture with your ideas, uh, with your vision about to describe this image. I'm going to start with the describing. Okay. Okay. Well, uh, firstly, I can see a couple, um, a lovely couple. They looks very happy. Um, she's drinking Coca-Cola, or I don't know uh, what soda, what kind of soda it is. Um, I can see a man very happy because probably is completely in love with her. I can see also that probably they are like traveling in the beach. And I don't know, probably I can see and I can visualize um, that the girl has some tattoos. I don't know, I can visualize very well what is the tattoos, what kind of tattoos she has, but she has some tattoos in her body. Um, I can see that probably um, they already finished with his marriage. Um, I don't know. They look so happy. They look completely happy. Um, I look and that she has a short hair, and I don't know. I can visualize his their eyes are probably they are American people, or I don't know, probably Latin people. Uh, but in general, it's everything that I can see. Um, what about you? What do you think? What you visualize in this picture? It's your turn to describe.
Obviously, they are a couple, I think, because they are in half.
Okay.
Uh, I think they are on vacation because they are on the beach. They look like some. Uh, they are having a laid back day. Um, I don't know. They look happy. They are having a drink and just relaxing, chilling on the beach. I like the how do you say pulseras in English?
Bracelet, bracelet, I think.
Ah, bracelet. Yeah,
Bracelets.
I like her bracelet.
I can.
It's cool.
Ah, yes. Yeah, they have a bracelet. It um what else? Or that's it.
Mm, they have I don't know. It is because the sun, but his hair looks brown.
Yes,
I
probably.
think I'm not sure.
Yes, it's a
Um,
possibility. Uh,
yeah.
okay, that's it. Okay. Yes. You describe with with some details the picture, but I'm going to try to improve. Uh, it's a complicated in occasion. In occasion, it's so complicated these kind of activities because in my case, it's so complicated to me describe a possible situation because I only try to describe that I see in that moment with the picture, but I'm going to try to describe with more details, even if these details are not real. I'm going to try to imagine a
Okay.
possible situation or a possible details that you probably uh, uh, don't see in the moment when you try to describe. It's so difficult to these kind of activities because you have to have a lot of imagine and a lot of uh, visualization of this kind of activities. But I'm going to try to do again this kind of activities. I'm going to pass with the other picture. This is the another picture that we
Okay.
have today. Okay. We are going to try to describe again with the most details possible. Okay. I'm going to start again, and after this, as you know, you are going to try to do the same. Okay.
Could,
Um,
could,
just tell
could
me.
you let me try it first?
Sorry. Can
Could
you
you
repeat?
let me could you let me try first?
Okay, no problem. Yes,
Okay.
if you want
Could you press F11 to see the picture more
more
bigger? I
more bigger.
uh-huh.
Sorry. Wait a moment. I'm going to try to enter where I design it. Yes, it's a little the picture, no? It's so complicated to visualize everything. For
Yeah.
it's complicated. Yes, no problem. I'm going to I'm going to do that. Wait a moment. My internet is not very good, as
Okay.
you know.
I think if you press F11 in your keyboard, the screen is more wide in the
In Instagram,
navigator.
in Instagram,
Yes.
F11. I'm going to try F11. No, mm,
No.
no, I can.
Oh,
No, no problem. This is the picture.
okay.
Okay, I'm going to. Sorry. Okay. No, this is no. Okay. Can you visualize with more details?
Yeah,
More uh, bigger the picture?
yeah. I see it better.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you try.
Okay, I think they are like a work group. Maybe it is a startup because I see they have computers, uh, board in the living room, and maybe it's like the start of the new uh, la palabra empresa.
Enterprise. Business.
Uh, they are starting his own business, I think. And they look happy. Maybe they discover some a new or do a new advance in her project. They have some cup of coffee in the table. Um, they have also a couple of plants in the window and two windows. The place looks very rust, like mm, I don't know how this place described, but it's like a style in architecture. Um, I like that two of them have the same color in her clothes, the yellow, the the man and the girl in the laptop. Um, the girl with blonde hair is wearing a pink sweater. Um, I think that's it. I don't. I'm not sure, but I think in the back they have like a stove, or maybe a 3D printer. I'm not sure. It's like a machine.
Okay.
That's it.
I you are um, so good with this kind of activities. You describe very well the image. You probably see a lot of things that I can see in my case, but you recreate very well the situation and the probable situation that happened in that moment. You have a lot of ability to describe the picture. Um, I mean that. You have more ability to describe it more than my partners in my high school. Um, it's you have more ability and you don't study you don't completely study English every day and or with more currently with like me. Um, you have more ability. If you continue to practice with this kind
Okay.
of activities, you are I'm very sure, I'm completely sure that you are going to improve your level. But in that moment, you have the best level that I can see in a person, and I completely
Oh,
trust
thank
of
you.
you, and you have a lot of ability. You describe very well the picture. And it's so complicated in occasion to describe because, for example, my partners or even me and sometimes describe the picture only. There are laptop, there are two laptops, there are three, three cafes, there are uh, three plants or something like that. It's you you make and you tell me more details that that I can see in the picture, and it's so good that you do that.
Mhm.
I'm going to try. Um, I don't know if if you want to. Uh, well, I'm going to try to describe the picture with with my perspective, with my view. Um, um, we're going to try. Okay. Well, uh, I can see firstly that this person are in a building, probably probably they are hipster, or I don't know. Is my perspective. I can see that they are working in probably, well, as you said, in a teamwork. And I don't know, probably they are a business, an enterprise, very important, and and they seems very happy because probably they won a lot, they earn a lot of money. Um, I don't know, probably the project it's successful. Um, I don't know, probably they close a good businesses with the other persons. As you say, I can see a couple of plants. I don't know if there are a lot of other plants in other parts of the building. I can see a big table, a large table, uh, where they are working with with their work. I can see a plant in the table. I can see some chairs. Um, I don't know whether they are. They look like they work different clothes, short clothes, t-shirts, jeans. Um, but in general, however, I can see that they looks that they are different looks and different outfits. I can see in behind of the girl with the t-shirt, the the t-shirt. I can see probably a coffee machine. I can see a block floor, but probably they are take notes about his numbers, his his goals. I don't know. It's my perspective. It's my perspective. Sorry. I don't know. I can see a lot of notes, a lot of books. Well, not a lot of it's a couple of books. I don't know. Probably their computers um, are are Apple because they look like Apple Apple devices. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's everything that I can see. Okay, this is my perspective. I I also improve with this kind of activities, but you have a lot of level with these activities because when I started with this kind of activities, I can't describe anything, but you describe very well the activities. I repeat, uh, but what do you think? It's
Okay.
complicated, or what do you think about these activities? It's for you useful these activities to describe, and these activities are useful for you to improve your capacity to speak English. It's a question for you.
I think yes, because uh, I see a lot of things and I try to describe it. And something is like hard because I don't know how to say something, and I have to like uh, look in my mind for that word that I need to describe it. So I think it's a useful exercise. I like it actually.
These are the exercises that you're looking in the past. You do you have or did you have this kind of exercise to improve? This is the exercise that you want to do for improve your level of speaking. This is the exercise that you like it, or you think
Uh,
another other kind of exercise. or like you like it, you like this kind of exercise.
Actually, I like it, but I don't know if it is my favorite because I don't have too much activities to to practice
Practice, practice.
practice my pronunciation. The other activity is like read this conversation, do it with a partner, and then it's more like just read something, and this is more like improve or no improve. How do you say improvisar?
Improvise.
Improvise, yeah, like improvise your what are you saying, and that's cool. I like it.
Well, the first activity is like the pronunciation rate and improve this
Mm.
kind of ability that is the pronunciation that you need to have when you want to speak very well English. The second is more like visualize and describe something. Um, but the next activity is the most difficult because
Okay.
this is the activity that you don't have a picture or a text, a very large text when you can base or your ideas. The next activity is the activity that you can improve your capacity to speak English. This is the best activity for me uh, because when I did this activity, improve my vocabulary, more than my vocabulary, improve my capacity to speak with more in more time. Okay, I really hope that this activity, sorry, improves your capacity to speak with more time, no, in more time possible. Okay, we are going to start with this activity. As I tell you, and this activity we have firstly the tense. This tense is the
Hmm.
base where I can use where we can use for speaking the tense. For example, in this part of the picture, as you can see this picture, say tense present past simple. I- we need to use this tense when I start the activity. We need to try to speak in present or in past simple or in both of them. We need to try to speak the most time possible. Uh, we need to try to speak a lot of. This is the purpose of this activity with your creativity, with your ideas, wherever you want to do, wherever you want to say. Um, it's important that you try to speak and think the most fast possible, the fastest possible to your ideas in your mind. Um, I don't know if you understand what is the purpose of this activity. You have idea?
Yeah.
Do you have question about it? Tell me, what is your perception? What is your idea, your view about this activity? What do you think? You understand everything.
I Yeah, I understand, but I have a question. It is in order, or I can take the word when I just want.
It doesn't matter the order. Wherever you want to use the word, this is only a base, a gate that you can use to imagine or to structure your sentences that you want to use in the moment that you are going to describing something. Um, for example, if I want to speak an experience that I had in the past about the school. For example, I'm going to use a study first. After this, for example, try or to show or the verb to spend. Okay. wherever you want to, but you want to use this word because this is the purpose of this activity, that you use these words. And this word is according to the vocabulary of school,
Okay.
teacher, classmate, books, and we have four verbs. Obviously, you can use whatever verb or other verbs that you want to use. It's only that you need to include these four verbs. You can use other verbs if you want. It's correct. It doesn't matter if you don't follow uh, the order of this word. You can use first teacher or classmate or books, or finally you can say teacher or wherever you want, but you need to include and add these words in your speech. Uh,
Okay.
we have four verbs, three nouns, two connectors, and one frequency adverb.
Mhm.
You need to try to structure the clearest possible, uh, because you need to add these words. Okay, if you
Okay.
want, do you want that I started with this, or you began with this? You want to start, or I start with it?
Start here because just foresee how do you do it?
Okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to try to do this the best possible. Okay. Situation is school. I'm going to think about the situation. You also think in this moment, uh, what station would you like to speak, to talk with me or to share with me another situation that you have? Well, in my case, I would like to start with a situation that happened in my university.
Okay.
I'm going to try to think a situation. Firstly, let me think. Um, I'm speechless. Um, well, I would like to start with the when I had the first evaluation in my school. Okay. Well, firstly, I'm entered to the school a couple of years ago. It was a very good experience. Um, in my high school, I know I was not able to do a lot of things about the school. I'm I didn't like it, my 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 high school, because I don't know, it was so weird for me. But when I entered to the university, um, I'm trying to do new things, to search different information before to enter all this, because um I enter with a lot of with less capacity than that I have in that moment. Um, I said in that moment that it was my best option, and the career that I choose in that moment. I decided to study um, languages career. It was a goal for me, because I entered with a lot of disposition to spend a lot of time uh, studying different things. Um, but the most important thing that I consider that I thought in that moment is that I would like to show my capacity to improve in everything that happened in the school. And
Yeah.
I don't usually read a lot of books. Back when I entered with the university, I read a lot of books. Uh, I read a lot of books, sorry. Uh, in that moment, I had a lot of good teacher because it's a good university. Uh, it, um, I'm very comfortable. I was very comfortable with my university, with my teacher, and probably with my parents. But um, I didn't talk a lot with my parents because my purpose in the past and my purpose now, and were improved. No. No, no, I didn't make a lot of friends, and I don't have in that moment a lot of friends. However, I respect every person in my school and my classmate, my teacher. I respect, I respect, I respect them a lot because it's important to respect. No, I remember that when I entered to the school and when I had my first evaluation, it was so difficult for me because and I'm I'm getting used to I don't know to do the to visualize and to understand what it was the the system that the university has. And as well, it was a good experience because it was my first evaluation and I improved a lot. Probably I didn't have the best score that I wanted in that moment, but it was my first lesson evaluation. Um, it was so difficult because mm, I have a lot of topics and I have a lot of subjects that tend to be difficult, and it was so difficult for me. But with the other disposition, um, with all my passion and with all my studies and with all my effort, I improve a lot in the next semesters. I improve a lot, and I'm hardly ever to 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 have the enough communication with my partner because um, they prefer different things and they have different pleasure that I don't have. I don't like it, and I don't have in general. It was this kind of experience in the university when I enter and in that moment, it's so useful for me. It's so awesome for me because it's my university, it's my career, it's my future. In the next evaluation, I improve a lot. I have I have highest score in my topics in my subjects. I I have a good relationship with my teachers and with my classmates. I don't have a good relation and I don't have a lot of communication with them. But I always um, I'm going to respect them because it's the most important. Um, and I think that it's all. Uh, this is my short description about the situation that I think I don't I didn't have um, very clearly the situation that um, I will I will tell you. But the purpose of this is try to speak. Um, and never you never have to let the speak, because it's the most important to speak uh, the most possible. Okay, I don't have
Okay.
more words because I it's that's it. You continue with your part. You have a you have more clearly the activity. And do you understand you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you try
Yeah. Yeah.
you try to do it.
Okay. Okay. Let's do it. I will talk about my last semester because I think it's like awesome how it's done. Uh, I think I have a lot of class that were too hard. Like, well, I have a class about uh, electromagnetic theory that is really, really hard. And the teacher just sent us a lot of books about the topics in the class, but it was hard because the concepts in the books were too technical, and it's hard for me understand uh, wherever I try it because I don't know the class was interesting, and I just have to study too much to approve it. At the end, I think it was okay because I have a 10 that is good for me. Um, Other class that was hard is uh, statistic. The teacher and uh, was too technical too, and I hardly ever understand what what he is saying because I don't know. When you teach me something that is too much technical, I just think that is bored. I need to write, to solve problems, to do it something that to understand it, but not just watch theory. It, Also, my classmates helped me because uh, we don't understand what the teacher was saying. Then we need to spend too much time to study the topics, and I do a meet with a partner to study the topics because I don't know it was just too hard for us. Um, it was good at the end. And the first exams, the two first, I was horrible. I get a 6, I think, in the first exam. In the others, I have like a 7, but in the third exam, I have a 10. That is good. And at the end, I think I get a good grade in that class. Yeah, and ya se me acabó. I don't know what to say. Well, I will talk you about another class that I think it was good. The English class. The teacher was really really good in her class. I love the way she showed the topics to us. And uh, I think her class was very interesting because she have a lot of activities to to make us participate in the class. Uh, I don't know what words. Mm, ya no sé cuáles me faltan. I think I'm not sure if I say it all of
You
them.
say try, you say study, you say show, you say teacher, you don't say the classmates. You don't, yeah, I can hear you to say however. I can say and in the other part, uh, also I can hear you to say as well and books. I think that the only words that you didn't say were, however, as well, and classmate and spent. But you
Okay.
would you like to
I think
continue?
classmates and to spend.
To spend to
Yeah.
to spend classmate however as well. But I don't very sure. But I heard you to say try, study, show, uh, books. I'm not very sure. Teacher evidently, and Carl Lever also say. But
Okay.
you want to continue, or you are going you would like to pass to another part. You say me. You told me. Sorry. You told me.
Uh, let,
Uh,
let,
you're you want to continue with the other words?
yeah, I want to continue just to. Yeah, yeah. It's like a challenge for me. It's hard. This activity is really hard for me, but I think I need to try it.
Pass.
Uh,
Okay. Come on. Go ahead
as
with the activity
as I
with the
say you,
verbs.
I spent some time with classmates to study some topics that we don't understand in classes like statistics and other class that is numeric methods using in engineering for solve problems. It's interesting, but something is like hard to understand how to do some methods, especially because you have to program it. However, I think at the end it was good because uh, we get good grades and the problems always we always solve the problems with the coding as well as well. I think it's the last word I need to say. I need to connect my brain to use as well. Okay, as well
As well
as well as
is the
i-
synonym to also. It has the similar meaning to
also.
also. Also, you know what is also, no?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Okay, it's the same. As well,
Um.
it's it's also. It's basically the word also. Is the meaning is the same meaning. You
Okay.
can use it wherever you want. When you want to talk, when you want to speak, or to add more information or to include more information. But if you don't have more idea,
Okay.
uh, you need the purpose of this is you need to try to say uh, every word, but if you don't structure very well the discourse and the speech, uh, you can include, or it's more difficult to include the word, um, because this word is like in the middle of your discourse. In the
Okay.
end, it's so complicated that you include this, but it is possible. But you want to continue, or you want to add this work, or you want to pass to the another part of the activity.
No, I think I can say it at least in a sentence. Let me try it.
Okay,
Um,
go ahead.
I think my grades in this semester uh, are, are are good as well as in the last semester. Is correct to use as well in that sentence?
Repeat again the sentences, please.
Okay. I think my grades in this semester are good as well as in the last semester.
Yes, you can use this.
Okay.
Is it correct? It is correct. I think that it's correct. I'm not very sure, but in my case, uh, I will use this word as you use.
Okay.
Okay. Um, very well. This activity is it's a little bit more difficult, uh, but this is it is the purpose of this is the practice. No, uh, you say the first word, or for the most of the words uh, you say that you say those words, okay, but
Mm,
as you as you realize, you uh, you you don't use some of the words, no, and it's more difficult to include after of you think that you use every word. It's more difficult to include that word,
mhm,
because the purpose is that you don't stop to speak in every moment. You try to include every word, and when you think and when you believe that you don't have more words, uh, you say that's it. Uh, Even if you do include uh, as a word, and probably you do include some of the words, um, the purpose of this is that you try to identify when you use the word,
okay.
when you use, because you have to have uh, present, and I don't know how to say that. Um, you have to you have to have a order in your
Mhm,
speech. You try
okay.
to organize your ideas well. For example, however, I can say that that idea with however, but it's so it's so fast. It's so complicated to do that because probably it's in the moment, and it's so fast. But you are this is the purpose of this ability, that you try to organize your ideas when you use try, when you use the verb study, when you use the verb spend, and the order is the most important in this activity, uh, to include every every word that has the image. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't know if you understand very well what I try to say.
Yeah,
um
I get it.
okay. If you got it, we are going to pass with the other activity. It's the same, uh, but there are a lot of different words. with the same purpose, with the same. Uh, but sorry, I don't know what happened. Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay, we're going to pass. Okay, sorry, tell something. It's the same purpose. The only, obviously, we have different words. We have different situation, and we have different tense. The tense now is past simple and past continuous. Is everything everything will be in past. Do you know? I evidently I know that that you dominate and you have uh, a good level, a good use of these tenses. Uh, but it's only in past. Everything everything that you say will be in past.
Okay.
Okay. The situation is family trip. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We have uh, four verbs according to the situation. Uh, we have three nouns, but now we have three connectors. But in my view, additionally, in my view, as you know, it's for say your opinion about what do you think about the family trip that you had in the past. And additionally, for add include more information, but it's the same. However, but however it's more formal, but it's more informal. And the other, you have the meaning of, you know the meaning of the four verbs, and the meaning of the three nouns. No, you have a question about the meaning of this word.
No, no, no. I
uh,
know all of them.
Everything is clear. Okay. We are going to
Okay.
start now. You are going to start.
Okay. Just I need to. Quiero pedir un minuto. Solo ahorita vengo, regreso rápido.
No problem.
Ok.
Go, go.
I'm back. Let's do it. I start first, no?
Yes, go ahead. Try.
Okay. The like 2 years ago, I remember my family and I go on a trip. Uh, we visit our grandparents that live in San Miguel de Allende. It's a beautiful place, but we don't go to the city. We go to it's like a town, uh, maybe like 20 kilometers. But it's really really good because you have a rural tone. Is very relaxing staying here because I don't know. It's just chilling ambient. Yeah, at least in my view, in my point of view. I like it too much to be here. Uh, I remember one of these days we go to Guanajuato City. I like it. It's a historical city, very, very, very beautiful. Uh, my cousin, cousin is like primo.
Cousin. Yes.
Okay,
Um, yes, continue. Eh,
okay,
please, you try to speak. You don't. If you have question, try to question in the final of your speech, because you need to continue. You need to try to uh to speak. If you have question, if you have some question, you try to think another possible ideas, another
okay,
possible ways to continue with your speech, uh, with your with your situation. You try to, if you don't have, you don't, if you don't know the meaning of something, or some words, you try to change your idea far as
okay.
possible.
Yeah,
um, and continue. If you have a question in the last, I'm going to try to help you if I know the question. If I know your question, I'm going to try to answer it. Um, but you try, you don't stop to speak. Continue.
okay, okay. I get it.
As I told you, continue. I think another possible ways to continue. Okay, continue with your story.
Okay. I was saying we go to Guanajuato capital. We go in the car of my cousin. Uh, I like it. I like the city, but I have a problem because I want to go to some museums, but we don't have the transport to return to San Miguel de Allende very easy. Then we have like a limited time in the city, and then the museums need to be fast, calm, see, and get out. And I don't like it because I just like to visit the place and stay all the time I want in the museum. Additionally, I think I enjoy it. I visit too much places. My family was too tired because Guanajuato is like too much streets, but it was like a mountain in the middle of the mountains, and it's hard to go up and then go down. it's really tired. Um, and that's it. I think I used all the words.
Okay. Um, you said some part of your speech, and you said you don't use the past simple. Example,
Okay.
you say don't. It's a common mistake when you try to I don't know how to say that, when you try to speak in a specific tense. It's a common error. It's a common mistake because obviously probably your speech, or when you try to speak, it's when you try to speak uh, with this kind of restrictions, it's so difficult to follow, um, to follow the tense uh, that you need to speak. Okay.
Yeah.
I noticed that you tend to know say some words and some verbs in past. You need to improve that, and you need to practice more the past simple, because for
Okay.
example, you need to convert, and you need to um, I don't know, to use some of the verbs in past or in past continuous, because it's with verb to be, and with the when the part of the verb is it with the end eng.
Okay.
uh, is something that you do in the past. But some of the situations that you told me are good. You have some ideas. You try to do to include all the words, and it's so good because in the previous in the previous exercise, you don't uh, you couldn't you couldn't include every um all the all the words, but in this case right now you include all the words.
Okay.
But now your problem is that you don't use, or
Impossible.
you didn't use the tense correctly, or you don't try to use the past continuous. It's a problem, and no, it's a very complicated problem, but it happens. It happens when we with this kind of exercise. It's so hard. It's so hard, but no, it's impossible. Um, I'm going to try to follow the sentences, uh, but you don't. If you don't have, I repeat, if you don't have enough ideas to use some words, you try to first you try to think what you need to say, and what you tried and what you want to say. Sorry, and after this you try to translate, and you think what is the past form of the verb. If you don't know the past of the past form of the verbs, you need to try to dominate first this to the present simple. You have all the dominion of these tenses, but the past simple and past continue is more difficult. At most difficult, it's the present perfect and past perfect, and the future, it's it's a little bit easy than the others. In this class, in this part of the activities, we use only present simple, past simple. And in this exercise, we also use past simple, but I changed the present simple for past continuous. But in the other part, tomorrow and in the next week, we are going to use future and present perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Um, you try
Okay.
to. follow the tense, but it's the first time. It's the first time. It's correct the mistakes, uh, but we need to improve, and we need to learn about these mistakes that we have when I speak English in these activities. It's it's so difficult to follow the structure, but I'm very sure that you are going to improve your level with these activities. Um,
Okay.
if you notice, these activities are completely practice, only practice, never never grammatic, and never read something uh, um, in exception to the first activity. But this purpose of this, as you know, is the pronunciation. Okay, I'm going to try to do this activity. Um, Probably we are going to have some mistakes, but I'm going to try. Is the purpose of these activities to improve our level of English? No.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to start. We're going to start. We are going to start with this. I'm going to think first a situation. The first step is you need to have very clearly the situation that you are going to talk. Um,
Okay.
that you are going to talk about. Um, for example, firstly, I remember that uh, I a lot of years ago, many years ago, um, I I traveled with my family uh, to Morelia. I remember that I visited different places, different beautiful, beautiful, beautiful and lovely places. Uh, I I really liked that experience because it was some of my few travel that I had in my life, because I am a person that it's hardly ever that I travel so much. Okay,
Mhm.
I remember some things, but I don't remember a lot of things that I would like to remember. For example, I knew different. It's my mistake. As you noticed, I know. I say I know. The verb I know is in present. I knew. I knew is the verb in past of know. I knew different places. I knew. Probably some different people, because it's different that I used to know. Um, I remember that I enjoyed a lot. I enjoyed a lot that experience, because I enjoyed with my family. I enjoyed with my environment, and it was a really good experience. I really like it. I really like it. I completely really like it. I don't know
Okay.
what happened. I don't know what happened. What happened?
Maybe the internet.
Maybe the
Internet
internet
connect.
for the reason.
It could
I'm
be.
we are going to continue. We are going to continue with my speech.
Yeah.
Okay. This kind of places I really like it. I don't. I'm not. I didn't like it to travel to the beach, because I don't like this kind of ecosystem, uh, or this kind of weather. Um, but when I travel with person, I prefer to travel with my family, and in that case, that travel was with my family. Obviously, Morelia in Mexico, it's not very far to my home, to my city that I live in right moment. Um, I I remember that we used to travel by car. Obviously the the dad's car. Um, but probably in that moment I'm not. I have some problem because when I was young, I don't know. I was very difficult child, but in that moment I really appreciate these moments these moments in in my life. It was the most important for me, and now to cause the pandemic, it was so difficult to travel to another places. But in my view, it was so important, and it was so incredible experience. It was some of my favorite and my of my favorite experience that I had. um Additionally to it, I can say that I test a lot of different food. uh, I knew different places. I knew different people. I had different experience in that travel. Um, in other words, I enjoy it a lot, and I really appreciate, and I think that it's all. I think that it's all. It's everything for my part, and that's it. Uh, I'm I'm noticed that I don't use past continuous. Um, this this is so complicated, as you know. I'm not perfect.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not. I have my mistakes. I have my. I block my mind occasionally.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think we need too much practice, but it's a good beginning for us.
yes, because it's the first time that I practice with other person.
Yeah,
Because in my environment, in my school, I don't have this kind of practice. As the same of your perspective is the same. This is the most important because this is the way to improve your level uh, in in every situation. Because when you talk and when you talk with other person, when you speak in general, you improve a lot of things um, about your about your environment, about your uh, you know more vocabulary when you speak, and you use the vocabulary that you know when you speak. um, I have a lot of confidence with you. uh, I don't I don't fear to have mistake, because you know that you are a person that that want to improve your level, and always is so productive, and you inspire me. Um, you change me in that case, because for that reason I try to effort a lot with when I do something. And this is my life. This is my purpose of my life. But um you have more opportunities because you have a good level of English, and you can speak very well the English. and but you have more a lot of things, a lot of things than me. And this is a good option for you, that you need to that you that you continue to improve your English. But we are going to try to improve together, um, because I like it, this kind of activities. I like the capacity that you have to speak English with me. I didn't found the person where where which um, which I would like to speak more. Um, but I found right now I find the person uh, that I need to improve my level. I don't know. What do you think about activities? What do you think about this kind of activities? No, this kind of time that we spend to improve. What do you think? Do you like it? Do you have a recommendation for me to search another activities? What what do you think about everything?
I think it was good. I like it. I think it's a good way to improve our pronunciation and speaking. I don't know more activities. I just do it that you think it's good. And the two last was really hard for me. Uh, Obviously, as you say, is the beginning, and then it's a good beginning. Uh, I don't know. It's just a good way to improve. I like it in general way.
Okay. Yeah, I completely right. You're completely right. Um, well, this is activities that I have practiced with my teachers, with my in my school. Uh, but I like these activities. For that reason, I choose that activities, those activities. Sorry, and well, the purpose is that you improve and you notice your mistakes. For example, in the last activity, as you know, uh, I'm not do the activity with past continuous. I can include that uh, that that tense because, for example, I could say uh, I I wasn't knowing some places uh, when I don't know when my family when my family eat it. I don't know. It's example, uh, but it's a good way. It's a good order that you use these activities to speak with more fluency, because the purpose of this is that you speak with more fluency and you try um, to improve your grammatical capacities to speak. Okay. I don't know. Um, we are going to continue tomorrow to another activities. We are going to start with the same warm up
Yeah.
with tongue twister. We're going to start with another tongue twister. To warm the purpose to warm up is this. Before of this, we are going to pass with other activities. I don't know. I'm not very sure if I would like to include the traduction, the translate English Spanish. Um, it's question to try to test this kind of activity, the traduction. But this is a good activity. I consider that it's a good activity to translate uh, the most clearly possible, the clearest
Mhm.
possible. Sorry, and because it's a good way it's a good way uh, to improve your capacity to use the grammatical in your speech. But it's tomorrow we are going to see if it is correct that activity, is you like this activity, or 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 you finish it, or you will finish with confused and with frustrating. I don't know. Uh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like that you like the activities, you enjoy it. You enjoy the
Yeah.
activities. This is the way, no? We are going to include also this activity because we need to improve. We need to follow
Mhm.
the sentences. The sentence, the activity, the two activity that we did previously, uh, it was describe the picture. Uh, we are going to we are going to pass this activity
Mhm.
in the next week, in the next Thursday. Okay,
Okay.
we are going to do this activity in that day, in the next week. But tomorrow we are going to see firstly warm up to tongue twister. After we are going to see this,
Mhm.
um, and probably in the night. I don't know if you have plans or you have problems, but we are going to try to play pool or are also probably, I don't know how do you say the uh, what is the meaning, what is the name of the game that you say me previously that you told me
Game standoff those.
of those. Okay, this is a good way. I would like to have and I would like to do and to make some more activities like exposition about something. You need to describe or expose uh, a topic, eh, because if
Okay.
you know the capacity to teach something, it's so difficult because the other person need to understand you what try to explain you to teach you. We need to
Mhm.
describe, for example, we need to expose, we need to have exposition about something, about whatever topic that you want to to do. For example, an English topic, it's a good option, or I don't know, wherever you go. But I need to have I don't know, in your case, I need to have uh, the knowledge, the enough knowledge for expose something. Okay, for example, if I know some things about English because it's my career, is that I know I have enough knowledge to teach something. But I don't know. I am I will I will like to do something like school. Um, you yesterday you told me that you would like to teach me or to tell me some things about standoff, and you need
Yeah.
to expose me standoff, and I'm going to evaluate your capacity to teach something. In this case, standoff. I'm going to try to looking for other option for me. In my case, you have your option, standoff. Okay. Uh, would you like
Okay.
to do
Yeah.
this tomorrow, or you need to have more practice or think more ideas to another week? You are very
Uh,
you're preparing
Maybe the
to do
next
this.
week I think is better for me.
Okay, no problem. The next week, Friday, we are going to start with your exposition of your of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know if we are going to sell for Discord, or I don't know, or for the same the same way to the game. You are going you are going to teach me how to play that game, because I don't have idea about the game, the dynamics, um, um, the form that I need to play that game. Oh, okay. I'm going to try
Yeah.
to looking for something. In my case, I'm going to try to teach you, but and I never teach you something in English because you have your teacher, and you're learning in
Mhm.
that moment, no? And
Yeah.
also, finally, I would like to teach you um, other ways to say something, and after this, include in our speech. I don't know if you have idea about something. It's only a vocabulary, for example. Different, you know that because you follow different influencer or teacher in social media that that do this kind of I don't know of activities, of exercise, of content, that different way to say, for example, hello, different way to say, in my opinion, I think, I believe, I was, and my view,
Mhm.
different ways to say, and we are going to try to use the vocabulary that teach you previously in a speech. We are going to try to do I'm going to try to do and to give the opinion about something. For example, what do you think about the social problems, about
Okay.
something? But with the vocabulary, we're going to try to use more complicated vocabulary, not only, for example, I think it's a good way, and it's the most used word when you try to say something that you believe, that you think. But there are different options to say I think. For example, in my view, in my opinion, I believe, I was. There are different ways, and I I would like to also improve in this case the the different ways to say
Mhm.
something. I don't know, what do you think about?
I think I like it.
Okay,
It's a good way to learn another forms to say the same thing.
yes, this is the purpose. For example, different way to say problem, trouble. It's another option to say problem, and this is the purpose to improve also
Mhm.
the vocabulary. Okay. Um, okay, that's it for today.
Mhm.
I really hope that you enjoy it, um, and you like it. Um, what is your conclusion about the activities of today? Do you like it? Do you
Now I
um,
like it.
okay? Um, I'm everything will be in practice activities, but you need to speak more. You try to speak more,
Okay.
more. I'm going to try to do activities large as possible, as large as possible, as longer as possible, because
Mhm.
I would like to hear you to speak more. Okay, I'm going to try to
Okay.
recreate situation. For
Okay.
example, when you went to the doctor, you go to the doctor in a supermarket. I don't know. It's a possible activities in the future. Okay,
Mhm. I
entonces,
like it.
bueno, ya.
Yeah, yeah.
Entonces, si te gustaron bien, te gustaron todas.
Sí. Solo me digo las últimas dos como que sí se me dificultaron un poquito, pero pues está bien, igual, para intentarlo. Aunque sea equivocándose, pues ya lo vas agarrando poquito a poco.
Sí, este es el propósito, ¿no? Y yo me equivoqué, tú también te equivocaste, o sea, son cuestiones de que hay que poquito a
Sí.
poquito corregir. Me sorprende en serio mucho la capacidad que tienes para hablar, porque en serio, eh, yo he trabajado con muchas personas, actividades así, y tienes una buena
Ujú.
capacidad. Creo que en serio tienes más nivel que personas que en
Gracias.
serio estudian esto y que van a vivir de esto. Y como tú dices, les hablas en inglés y no hay conversación porque no te contestan. No hay forma de que yo pueda hablar solo. El propósito es que tenga una persona
sí,
enfrente que me ayude, pero si no la tengo, ¿cómo mejor?
sí,
Y ahorita, pues me tienes a mí, yo te tengo a ti. Entonces, ese es el verdadero propósito de esto. Habrá errores, sí,
sí.
pero la confianza que se tiene, o sea, al menos la confianza que yo te tengo, no me da miedo equivocarme. Me equivoco,
Sí, sí.
pero si no hablas, no vas a mejorar y lo menos, al menos lo más importante para mí, yo quiero aprender a hablarlo mejor, a tener toda la capacidad para hablarlo.
Sí.
Y como ves, pues sí tengo algo de capacidad para hablarlo. Y eso que no hablo, porque no puedo hablar. Porque como tú dices, todos se
Sí.
basan en gramática y las actividades duran 3 minutos. Tú y yo pasamos casi, bueno, 2 horas hablando.
2 horas hablando, sí. Y eso está bueno porque pues, aunque sea poquito, pues ya lo vas agarrando y lo vas agarrando, y se te va quedando. Entonces, pues, sí, como dices, no nos da como pena equivocarnos, pues obviamente no vamos a equivocar. Y pues el hecho de estarte equivocando al final lo que hace que vayas aprendiendo en qué te estás equivocando, que si no practicas nada y pues, al final de dónde van a salir los errores si no practicas nada.
Exacto. Y en serio, si sigues así, aparte de tu carrera, que es, o sea, aparte, ¿no? Pero pues, vas a tener un nivelazo en inglés y en este caso también pues, en tu carrera, ¿no? Que aparte, pues ya eres bueno, ¿no? Y pues te digo, es lo bueno de encontrar
Sí,
personas así, ¿no? Que quieran crecer, que quieran hablar, que quieran aprender, porque te digo, es
sí,
muy difícil encontrar personas así, que se presten a esto a esto que estamos haciendo tú y yo, sin ningún beneficio a lo mejor de calificación, de que a lo mejor gane algo. No vas a ganar nada más que tu aprendizaje. Y contigo lo estoy logrando, contigo,
ujú,
y aparte, pues tienes buen nivel, porque, o sea, si no tuvieras un nivel decente, o sea, si te lo digo, decente, no se podría comunicar contigo, porque no podrías ni siquiera realizar las actividades estas, pero ya tienes
ni siquiera te
vocabulario,
entendería.
pues sí, ni entenderías lo que trato de decirte. No habría una comunicación y
Sí,
estamos formando una comunicación, eso es lo importante, que cuando tenga voy a tener menos miedo, tú también menos miedo al hablar. Y como tú dices, me hiciste pensar, este,
sí,
cuando estaban estas clases, porque sí tienes razón, o sea, hay que buscar lo práctico. Esto es lo que te ayuda en la vida real, hablar.
sí.
Entonces, pues,
Sí,
sería
muchas
todo.
veces como que la teoría está buena, pero no te ayuda mucho.
Exacto, te ayuda las bases, o sea, yo no sería nada sin la teoría, ni tú, ni lo que sabes no lo sabrías sin la teoría.
Ujú,
No podríamos hablar si no tenemos teoría antes.
sí,
Entonces, sí sería algunas palabras, pues, poquito a poquito, pero esta actividad me ayudó, al menos a mí cuando yo la probé, me gustó mucho porque me ayudó mucho, ¿no? Igual, ahorita, por ejemplo, la actividad que yo hice esa vez, nada más había, creo que 5. Ahorita yo le incluí, mm, ¿cuántas? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Agregué 10 palabras a
yes,
cada una. Entonces, ya le aumenté la capacidad. Esto a lo mejor te restringe un poco, pero son ayuda, son palabras que te ayudan. No tienes idea, voy a agregar esta,
sí,
teacher, me formo una idea. Con el verbo study puedo decir esto, pero si no tienes, o sea, no vas a ciegas. Ese es el propósito de esta actividad. Entonces, pues
sí,
ese es el propósito, ¿no? Igual voy a buscar otras actividades que puedan ayudarnos. La de la descripción también estuvo muy buena porque me sorprendió la capacidad que tienes para escribir. Créeme que describiste mejor que yo a la
sí,
primera vez, porque la primera vez yo no, se me
ujú,
cerró el mundo.
sí,
No se me ocurría más de lo que yo veía y a veces no veía lo suficiente, entonces no visualicé bien la imagen. Y por eso cogí imágenes con más cosas, porque por ejemplo esta, si te das cuenta, está más restringida que la de acá abajo. La de acá abajo tiene más objetos que la de acá arriba.
más personas, más ambiente y todo eso.
Ese es el propósito, ¿no? Entonces, pues me alegra mucho que estar practicando contigo. Porque pues te digo, si
Sí,
yo no
sí, sí, claro.
encuentro alguien que se preste a hacer esto, no lo encuentro. Y aunque le
Sí,
encuentre, no tenía la capacidad para seguirme. Y yo lo que quiero es más o menos pues, así, ¿no? Que no te juzguen al equivocarte, ¿no? Porque a veces uno se cree mejor que otros y es muy, no me gustan con esas personas que en serio se creen. O sea, yo a pesar de que en serio de esto voy a vivir, de esto voy a intentar vivir, me sorprende y
sí,
yo reconozco que tienes buen nivel y que puedes mantener la conversación y me entiendes.
sí.
Pero hay personas que a veces se entienden pero no hablan y lo intentan. Yo he tenido compañeros que haciendo actividades así, les digo, les digo, ¿a qué vamos a hacer o cómo vamos a empezar? Y me dicen yes, todo. Y
Sí.
a veces ni me contestan.
Sí, es que no sé, como que
¿Cómo mejoro?
mucho de actitud también.
Pero es que lo que no entienden es que su vida, o sea, tú que no estás estudiando esto todos los días, tienes más nivel que esos que llevan estudiando 4 semestres. Y es lo que no entiendo. No han
Sí,
mejorado, apenas si saben decir su nombre.
ese es un problema. Pero
Es
bueno,
que en serio, y como tú dices, a veces llegan hasta 10.º nivel o al nivel más alto sin saber nada.
sí, es un problema.
Y bueno, esa es la cuestión de las personas que, como tú dices, no tienen actitud, no quieren mejorar. No hay forma de que tú hables con ellos, no hay forma que mejores con personas que no quieren mejorar.
Exacto.
Y bueno, ¿qué ves? O sea, ¿qué opinas de cómo ves tu escritura? Ya ves que aquí,
Mi
aquí
escritura.
lo que no tenías bien manejado era bueno, ambas habilidades de producción. La de speaking ya la estamos practicando. Pero ¿qué hay de la
De escri-
escritura? Que también es
de escritura,
importante.
pues la verdad no sé. Siento que, pues igual que el speaking no lo he practicado mucho. Así que pues realmente no lo tengo medido, no sé qué tal me va. De vez en cuando, o sea, sí, sí intento, por ejemplo, hace poco hice un escrito resolviendo unas preguntas que me hicieron y en general la escritura siento que me va bien, me ha fluido, obviamente tengo algunos errores gramaticales y eso, pero puedo hacerlo más fácil que el speaking, porque es como que puedes procesar más lo que estás diciendo y no es tan, por ejemplo, en esas actividades que tienes que estar hilando lo que estás diciendo y a la vez tratando de mantener ¿cómo se llama? El tiempo, entonces como que es un poquito más fácil que el speaking, siento yo, y pues hasta donde se me va bien.
Am, Mira, yo tenía una duda, de acuerdo a esto. Te lo digo, ¿qué haces cuando escribes y no sabes algo? O
Cuando
sea,
escribes
no
no sé
sabes qué decir,
algo,
o sea, no sabes cómo se dice algo. Lo buscas, obviamente, ¿no?
o a veces lo busco y a veces lo que hago es escribirlo de otra manera para usar palabras que sí sé.
Yo lo que veo que mucho es que, no que, bueno, yo sé que tú no lo vas a hacer. Yo sé perfectamente que tú no eres de esas personas que se van por lo fácil. Porque en serio, tengo
Mm.
compañeros que, mira, agarran el traductor y se compran todo el texto que quieren decir así, de este pelo, en español. Lo traducen
Ah,
en
sí,
copiar, pegar. No, ¿en qué te ayuda eso? No te ayuda en nada. No te diría, si se usa el
bueno, sí,
traductor o los diccionarios para buscar palabras que no sepas, exactamente se usa. Pero pegar un texto de media
no
cuartilla
sé.
no te enseña nada. Entonces, no lo vas a hacer, tú supongo, no, yo sé que no lo vas a hacer. Estoy completamente seguro de que tampoco lo haces ni que lo vas a hacer
Sí,
nunca. Aquí el propósito es que empezar a usar no sé, me gustaría hacer a lo mejor una actividad también de esto, en vivo,
escribir.
sí, en vivo.
Ok.
Así, pero así, nada de que, así todo en vivo, o sea, poner un archivo compartido y
Y
escribir
empezar a
algo.
escribir.
Sí,
Ok, sí, sí, sí,
escribir
me
una
agrada.
historia cortita y ahí vemos qué tanto nivel de writing tienes y ya te doy mis consejos de cómo yo le hago y de cómo yo, porque siento que mi mejor habilidad al menos es la escrita. La escrita es mi mejor
Sí,
habilidad o la que más me cuesta, la que menos me cuesta trabajo. Así te soy sincero. Yo ya no tengo que buscar tantas palabras, creo que ya tengo un vocabulario bastante amplio. Ya sé usar los conectores, que los conectores son los que le dan, sin embargo, no obstante, principalmente, todos estos conectores que se usan, finalmente, todos estos, pero con muchas formas
sí,
para que los incluyas en tu texto y que quede muy bien estructurado. Igual otros usos de otras palabras, porque por ejemplo, la palabra such, la palabra even, la palabra for, hay muchos significados, demasiados significados para una sola palabra, o muchos usos, y eso se implica tanto en el speaking como en el, en el writing.
escritura.
Entonces, ahí te voy a enseñar lo que yo sé, los secretos para que yo, o cómo puedes mejorar más y cómo puedes crear tus textos mejor, cómo puedes mejorar tu habilidad de escribir. Obviamente esta habilidad también depende de ti, de tus ideas, de cómo lo redactes. No es algo que yo te pueda
Sí,
ayudar porque pues, todo depende de ti. Entonces ahí lo hacemos en un documento, escribimos ideas diferentes y ahí practicamos, ¿no? Diferentes estructuras, qué tanto dominamos los tiempos, los verbos, ponemos diferentes estructuras con los conectores. Sería cuestión de encontrarlo, pero así todo en vivo, ¿no? Para que no sea nada de que a lo mejor no entiendo una, ahí todo, todo, todo. Eh, todo así de pulso, idea, teclado, todo así escrito, sin buscar nada.
sí, sí,
Obviamente
me gusta
podemos
mucho la
buscar no
idea.
palabras. Y también me gustaría, bueno, esto también me gustaría incluirlo porque quisiera que Cero sí des un paso más allá, que según supongo que también ya tienes conocimiento de los phrasal verbs, que
Sí,
son verbos
me sé
más
algunos,
complicados.
pero no todos. Sí,
Son miles, literal son miles de verbos, combinados y tienen diferentes formas de colocarse en un texto y en hablarlo. Entonces me gustaría a lo mejor ver, no sé, cinco, cinco verbos frasales y los
sí,
aplicamos tanto
estaría bueno.
hablado como escrito y así vamos implementando, ¿no? Ahí sería cuestión de que planifique mejor esto, pero pues ahí nos va a ayudar, porque yo tampoco necesito los verbos frasales porque son verbos que apenas siento yo que domino los principales, todos los principales, la mayoría de los principales, y entrar con esto, sí me sé
Ujú.
también algunos, me sé bastantes, no tantos porque sí son un montón. Entonces te digo, y eso también no te lo enfocan, ¿no?
Sí,
Porque eso depende de ti. Entonces, pues eso es lo que me gustaría. Entonces, y todo va a ser práctico, ¿no? Más que a menos un poquito de teoría, esto de las different ways to say something, o, o estos de phrasal verbs, ¿no? También son lo
sí,
práctico, ¿no?
sí, sí, está bien.
Vocabulario. Más allá de teoría, pues un vocabulario, ¿no? Que te ayuda a lo práctico. Entonces, eso sería
Sí,
todo. Ya te quedé bastante tiempo. Entonces, nos vemos mañana.
dale,
Nos
a la
vemos
misma hora, ¿no?
mañanita. Igual, yo planeo todas las estas. Mañana seguimos practicando, ¿va? A la misma hora.
Dale, va, va, va,
Va.
va. Muy bien.
Entonces, nos vemos.
Tal vez,
Bye bye.
adiós.
Adiós, adiós.